leasing job. You're probably on Google looking for a leasing job, searching leasing jobs near me. Well, let me show you an easier way. It's not really easier. You're gonna have to do a little bit more, but it's definitely gonna be more beneficial to you and your career in the long run.
Okay guys, let's go ahead and get into it. So the first thing you want to do is you want to open up a Google tab and then search apartments.com. Once you get to the page, you're going to want to search in that search bar a city near you, the city that you want to work in. I encourage you to choose something that's extremely profitable. Once you press enter, then you're going to get a list of a whole bunch of properties in the area that you want. You'll just naturally scroll down and take a look at the properties. You'll see that lots of these properties look like Class A properties, meaning they're top notch. And then you can see that they're pretty new. You can also see that just from this one search, we got 33,000 apartments here in this listing. And so what I'm doing here is I'm just going in real time to show you guys what I do to find a leasing job at a community that will sell itself. So typically I'm going through all of the listings, I'm looking at the photos just to see if anything looks weird. Like, do they have popcorn ceilings or Formica countertops, which aren't that bad, but just not my preference. Not to mention it's also what's really hot in the market. Formica counters are not hot, it's in with the granite. So as you can see, a lot of these listings are just breaking ground or have architectural pictures on here, typically because they're new, and there's a reason for that. And just to mention, there's no shade if your community or a property that you're working at has Formica countertops. This is just to mention that granite is really in. And if you want to be successful in leasing, you have to remember to put the needs of the market first, the needs of the people. And typically someone wouldn't really pay top dollar for Formica countertops, but end of story, I digress. What I'm really looking for, especially here, is the popcorn ceilings. I did not see any because it is a lower property class. However, they are on the first page of apartments.com, meaning that their community, their company that manages this community is actually paying top dollar to have this community promoted on their webpage. Now I'm just highlighting some of the rates too as well while I'm looking at these, only because this is something that you want to consider. Do you feel comfortable selling the price range at the properties you're taking a look at? Some of these properties are going for top dollar, and if you're not a leasing consultant who's comfortable with conveying to other people the reason why they should pay top dollar, then it may not be the industry for you. And what I'm doing here is I'm just scrolling all the way down to the bottom of the webpage, a little bit too far, and I want to show you guys the reasoning behind apartments.com and why we're here. Since the companies that actually manage these communities pay top dollar to be marketed on this website is willing to spend money and invest in their community, means that they will be able to invest in you, which is one critical and crucial part that a lot of potential leasing agents miss out on and forget about. This is really important because if a community or a company is not pouring money and investing into a property, what makes you think that they would invest in you? And to clarify, investments don't always mean financially. It could also mean educationally, which may be really important to you and your career's future. That's not to say that properties who are on the second page or even the last page are not worth it. This is just an example of what I do to find the best properties, and it's worked. So let's focus your attention on the right hand corner where you're going to see a company logo. That is going to be Bridge Property Management for this example. To know, on every listing there is going to be a property management logo on the right hand side for you to click on. Okay, cool. So now we're on to more information about this specific property management company. It'll tell you a little bit more about how many communities they have, and even goes as far as to telling you where they're located. I think this is a really cool feature, especially for marketing purposes whenever you are actually already integrated in the leasing role. This feature is really cool and great for moments when you are considering a property management company and you want to see the direction that they're going to see if they're expanding and actually investing in new properties. And if you're more seasoned like myself, this is great because you get to know a little bit more about what's happening in the market and to see the hot areas and where you need to focus on for market trends and stuff like that. So once you find a property management company, you're going to want to go ahead and open up a separate Google tab and then search the property management company. For this example, it's Bridge Property Management. Okay, great. So we've made it to their homepage. The first thing I'm typically doing is looking for their career and their core values. Again, we're trying to prove that this is way better than just going to Google, because Google is only going to give you an X amount of career options and not as many as if you were just to go on apartments.com and actually search to the individual property management companies like so. And here we are just scrolling at the different locations and states that this property management company features themselves and invests in. And so naturally, we're just going to go and search for the careers tab, in which we found on the left hand corner. And then boom, we found all of the career listings. And so since we started our search for Dallas, I'm going to go ahead and keep that congruent. So let's go ahead and search leasing positions in Dallas and see what we find. This company has so many job listings, it's honestly exciting. I think that when property management companies have leasing opportunities in different states and locations, it really does open up to a variety of different places that you could also potentially move to, which is a wonderful and great benefit to you. So if you're looking to move somewhere different, this is maybe a really great option for you to look into. So I filtered this down to Dallas, and I did not see any leasing position roles. However, we did notice many property management roles, which is really cool. And even though we didn't find any leasing roles, I still continue to just search around and just browse their property management website, because there's always potential for something to come up. The leasing industry is packed with opportunity. One moment there are no leasing opportunities for a property management company, and the next day there is. So just always keep your eyes out on opportunities that may come your way. So now I'm just going back to the main webpage just to kind of figure out if this is somewhere I'd like to be. I'm typically going through the teams list to see if there is, mainly diversity is my concern. Diversity to me is really, really important. If that's something that is a concern for you as well, then maybe something you want to look into. Not only diversity in culture, but also diversity in roles. I'm not typically a cookie cutter person, so I like unique roles. And we got a brother over here, so I am super excited for this property management company. We are putting people of color, yes, people of color in positions, and to me that is amazing. What I'm really looking for here is their core values, because if this is a property management that I want to consider, or maybe you want to consider in the future, definitely look into their core values. But I do see here that they have a news section, which are some in the know things about what they're doing with the company, which I think is really cool. It is highly important and key to make sure that you're also in the know with what's going on with the property management company. Like, where's the company going? It's important for you to know. Here are the values: service and experience. So they are looking for solutionists. If you cannot figure out solutions, it might not be the property management company for you. And also, they are really big on accountability. And so if you are a person who finds it hard to hold yourself accountable or have other people hold you accountable, this might not be the property management company for you. Additionally, core values are super important when choosing a career, especially because you want them to match yours. What is important to you? Does it match with where you want to end up in life?